Welcome to Edusphere, where learning meets the wonders of our planet. Our oceans, covering over 70% of the Earth's surface, play a crucial role in regulating our climate and supporting diverse ecosystems. But they are under threat. Climate change is not just an atmospheric issue, it profoundly impacts our oceans and the life they sustain. Before we explore the impacts on marine ecosystems, let's first understand what climate change is. Climate change refers to long-term changes in global temperatures and weather patterns. This phenomenon is primarily driven by human activities, such as burning fossil fuels and deforestation, which increase the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. As the Earth's temperature rises, various aspects of our environment are affected, including our oceans. These changes are not confined to a single region. They are global, influencing marine ecosystems and the myriad of life forms that depend on them. Now, let's dive into the effects of global warming on sea temperatures and what this means for our oceans. First, let's consider the impact on coral reefs. Coral reefs are incredibly sensitive to temperature changes. Even a slight rise in sea temperatures can lead to coral bleaching, where corals expel the algae living in their tissues. This not only affects the corals, but also the diverse marine life that depends on them for habitat and food. Next, we have changes in species distribution. As waters warm, many marine species are forced to migrate to cooler areas. This shift can disrupt local ecosystems and alter predator-prey relationships, affecting biodiversity. Finally, rising sea temperatures contribute to melting polar ice, leading to rising sea levels. This not only impacts marine ecosystems, but also human communities along coastlines. Let's focus on another significant consequence of climate change: melting ice and sea level rise. As glaciers and ice caps melt, sea levels rise, leading to the submersion of coastal habitats. This loss affects countless species that rely on these environments for survival. Rising sea levels endanger homes, infrastructure, and livelihoods, leading to economic and social challenges for communities worldwide. Let's now discuss about the coral reefs and the damage they face due to climate change. One major issue is coral bleaching. This occurs when corals, stressed by changes in temperature, light, or nutrients, expel the symbiotic algae living in their tissues. Coral reefs are often called the rainforests of the sea, supporting a vast array of marine life. Damage to these reefs leads to a loss of biodiversity and destabilizes the entire ecosystem. Lastly, habitat loss is a critical concern. As reefs degrade, species that rely on them for food and shelter are left vulnerable, leading to declines in fish populations and other marine life. In this segment, we explore the impact on marine species due to climate change. Starting with population decline, climate change disrupts food sources and habitats, leading to reduced numbers of many marine species. This decline affects the entire food chain, from the smallest plankton to the largest predators. Next is species migration. As ocean temperatures rise, many species are forced to migrate to cooler waters. This shift can lead to overcrowding in new areas and disrupt existing ecosystems. Finally, we face the harsh reality of species extinction. Some species struggle to adapt to rapidly changing conditions and are at risk of disappearing altogether, which would have lasting impacts on biodiversity. As we wrap up, let's look at key conservation and adaptation efforts. Protecting coral reefs involves reducing pollution, managing tourism, and restoring reefs. Sustainable fisheries management ensures healthy fish populations, supporting biodiversity and fishing communities. Global policies, like the Paris Agreement, are crucial for coordinated climate action to protect our oceans. Climate change significantly impacts marine ecosystems, affecting coral reefs, fish populations, and balance. To tackle these issues, conservation efforts like coral reef protection, sustainable fisheries, and global policies are vital. Public education and community involvement are crucial. Through collaboration, we can ensure healthy marine ecosystems, supporting biodiversity and human well-being.